Every now and then it gets to the point where people start to like to talk about who is the greatest of all time within the sport of arm wrestling. We've had the clear and favourite John Brzenk has held that title for quite a long period of time, but I think we are starting to see a shift in momentum, a lot of energy going towards Devon Larratt. There are a lot of people out there in the world that are Devon Larratt fans. Not so much in the European part of the world. I would say Europe doesn't think that Devon is all that good, but they still have great respect for the guy. So I want to give my 2 cents on whether I think Devon Larratt deserves to be given the title of greatest of all time, or is he approaching it, or is he already there? What's my thoughts on it? For me, Devon Larratt is a tried and tested arm wrestler. Physically, the guy is clearly capable. We've seen him go as high as being able to beat Andre Pushkar. We've seen him dominate a weight category in the WAL. We've seen him, he has been to WAF where he finished on the podium, taking 3rd place where John Brzenk and Ron Barth finished ahead of him. Having said that, he hasn't pulled WAF since then, but he has pulled super matches against many of what would already be considered some of the best of all time, and he has always consistently added value to the sport. And herein lies what I think matters more than anything else. Devon Larratt, I believe, has contributed more to the sport globally than anybody else on the planet. Among arm wrestlers, Devon Larratt is a champion for the cause. Yes, I know Devon Larratt's freedom arm wrestling is a bit crazy, and it's probably not going to be the direction that the arm wrestling world heads on a mainstream scale, but no one can fault Devon Larratt for his effort, for his time, for his energy, or for how much he invests in the grassroots level of the sport. Even if freedom arm wrestling isn't something that goes on to be any sort of mainstream capacity amongst real arm wrestlers, it is an entry level. It is an opportunity for kids to get an interest in the sport. And where they go from there, who knows? So Devon Larratt is an absolute champion in that respect, and I think he is the greatest of all time when it comes to impact globally for the sport. I think that he is a likable character. I've spent time with Devon Larratt. He's come to Australia. He has shaped so much of the way I train, and he is probably one of the athletes within the sport that helps uphold the sort of reputation that the sport has, that we are a sport where the community is all about helping each other. So Devon Larratt, I think, I will say right now, is most definitely the greatest of all time when it comes to contributions to the sport of arm wrestling. I would also say that he is knocking on the door of being one of the greatest of all time in the physical respect as well. He was, of course, the first person to beat John Brzenk in a super match, and he did it easy. John was not as big and as strong as Devon, and Devon took him apart. Okay, Devon, we're seeing Devon approaching right now. He's going back up. I don't know what he's weighing. He's looking like he's about 275 pounds or something like that. I think that's where he wants to be by the end of the year. I think 275 is probably a bit ambitious for where he's at right now. I'll take that back. I think he's around 255. But 275, I think, is where he's heading. And a 275 Devon Larratt again starts to be, in my mind, probably the most badass arm wrestler on the planet in that given moment. So what we would like to see to make this, for me anyway, I would like to see Devon Larratt by the end of this year. If Devon Larratt by the end of this year is mixing it up. Now, we've got the Travis Baden Super Series where Devon Larratt will be competing as well. If Travis pulls off the names that he wants to be at that event, if we see Devon Larratt against the Travis Baden, if we see Devon Larratt against the Dave Chafee, and Devon Larratt prevails, then I think it's about time that we started giving more serious consideration. I'm not going to go as far yet to say that he is the greatest arm wrestler of all time in the physical sense, but I think he's close. Let's just put it that way. And I know that's a dream of his, to be seen as that greatest of all time. John Brzenk's had it for a long time, and rightly so, but I think Devon Larratt is incredibly close.